Wow, after I shut my video off, cops pull in here a minute later. Check this out, I guess. Hello.
Jarvis, is that your name?
Who are you?
I'm Constable Kenny.
What's your position?
I am a constable here in Lower Sackville.
Okay, cool.
So,
How are you?
good. I guess
Oh,
Access
great.
Nova Scotia, they called us because they were just concerned with you being in
Yeah,
the
they was
building
concerned that I
filming.
was videotaping inside, which is my constitutional right to do.
Okay.
I do auditing all the time. I go to police stations, I go to libraries, I go everywhere.
Okay.
And this is the first time I really had trouble with anybody coming out like that barking orders at me.
Okay.
Hello, how are you? What's your name?
It's Chris Grant.
Chris Graham?
Yeah.
What's your position?
I'm with Lower Sack. I'll be right back with you.
Okay, thank you. I was here. I didn't cause any disturbance. I do this all the time. I shoot videos all the time everywhere with government officials, government buildings.
Okay.
And
Is there a reason why, or is this something you just like to do?
No, it's education. Actually, I was at the public library here a week ago. Had the cops called on me there because they didn't understand. People that work for the government, some of them in these government buildings, they don't understand their rights. We can videotape in public. We can videotape any public building. So anyway, when the cops were called the other day on me, they came. We had a nice little chat for 20 minutes. I wasn't confrontational. I don't cause disturbances or anything like that. I'm professional. So anyway, I get a call the next day from the. Just a sec.
Sure.
Yep. So when I left the library the other day, I think it was a day or two later, I got a call. I'm not going to tell you, or I'm not going to say on here what her name is, but there it is right there. She's up top. She was a communication officer for public libraries. She called me up. She supports me in everything I do. She was so glad that I went in there and educated. She sent out memos to all the libraries and HRM stating that I can do that. I'm totally legal to do that. She encourages me to do that. So I went. She sent them a memo and an email saying that it was in my legal right to do that. No problem at all. So I went to the Bedford Library, walked around in there. Nice people, nice library. I talked to people there that work there.
Yeah.
No issue at all. So then I went back to Sackville, the library here, and walked through. Never had another issue. Everybody, hi, how you doing? So they got their memo. This is why I do this, for education purposes.
Okay.
And apparently the people in here, they're not educated on video filming.
Yeah.
And here, this one woman, she read this back inside, and then she got this other woman, and she just, you gotta leave, you gotta leave, you gotta leave. And I said, well, I have the law right here in my hand. You can have a look at it. Look at the ones that have circles, because that's mainly for these buildings. Could you read that out loud, just so people will know?
The part that you circled?
Yeah, the parts that I circled. Could you just read them out loud, please?
It says charter right, and then it has in quotations. Oops, sorry. There's absolutely no general law that would prohibit a member of the public from taking video or photographic footage anywhere in a public place.
Correct.
And it says you sent that.
Pardon?
It says you sent it?
Yeah, I sent it to myself because I went to the library and I went online. Like this is Penn Canada or Charter Rights.
Yeah.
And this one here.
Filming in public in Canada is a constitutional right. Taking photographs and videos of things that are plainly visible in public spaces is a constitutional right, and that includes police and other government officials carrying out their duties. I mean, I'm not going to disagree with that. I mean,
well, thank you.
There's the only thing that people I think have problems with.
They're uncomfortable. That's what it is. Exactly.
May not know, what are you going to do with that video?
Exactly.
You know, they just don't know those things. And some people live very private lives. And maybe they have a private job in the government themselves, and they just don't want their face. They may do undercover work, or you know what I mean.
Yeah. Well, the workers themselves, like I don't go in and video the public, and the workers, if they come up to me, if they don't know what I'm doing, all they have to do is ask me. I can completely explain to them what I'm doing. It's just that they don't know the rights, and that's why I do this. It's for educational purposes. Like when the cops were called me the other day, one of the police officers said, we're not used to this. It's the first time we ever seen this in Lower Sackville. But it's going to happen a lot because there's so many corrupt cops out there. And this is what we're trying to do, put stop to the corruption that's out there. We have so many followers on YouTube, so many followers. We're doing the right thing.
What's your YouTube?
Do you have a card? I'll send you my link. I don't
that's
have my
okay.
link right in my.
I'm just curious.
It's people's rights, but I have a link that you'd have to go into and press
okay.
on too. But
Okay.
but
Yeah,
I'd send you them if
in terms
I
of
had a card.
us, like,
Yeah,
of course, like, yes, you're right, you can film.
exactly.
The only thing that what we're gonna ask is if
Mhm.
you know if we're in an investigation or it's a motor
Yeah.
vehicle collision or what have you,
Right.
just to keep your distance.
Yeah, I know
not
the.
to interfere with an investigation.
I actually
right?
know all that.
Yeah.
I know you're explaining it to me, but I know the law.
Well,
Like
that's
I could be a lawyer. Could we just walk up here a minute?
Sure.
Could we just explain to them that I'm allowed to do this?
Well,
So they don't get nervous?
My partner's in there right now.
Okay.
So we'll let him have the conversation because they just may not want you here.
Yeah.
And if that's the case, they may ask that you not return.
Yeah, but they can't do that unless I do something
Well,
illegal.
They can do like a Protection of Property Act. They can
Under what law?
It's not criminal.
It's prejudice?
No, Protection of Property Act.
Do I look like I'm gonna hurt anything?
No, but but again, like,
Well,
personally, if I was sitting here, trying to get, sorry,
Mhm.
if I was sitting here, a customer trying to get my get my registration, I wouldn't want to be filmed.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree 100% with that. Like if I was sitting in there, someone come in with a video camera, I kind of feel uncomfortable thinking, what are they doing? But this is why we do this, so people will know this is going to become normal. People's going to be videotaping. Say if you go to a car show or a concert or something like that, right? You're videotaping everything.
Yeah.
Nobody's coming up, oh, don't videotape me. But once you walk in a government office, they come right at you, which is legal for us to do. Totally legal for us to do.
It's legal. It's just out of the norm, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why someday it's going to become the normal. And then you guys won't be called wasting your time. Like the cops were called, wasted their time coming to the library the other day. Like it was a waste of time. They call you out and say, there's a guy here videotaping.
Yeah.
All you guys got to do is say, well, is he causing any disturbance? Is he doing anything criminal? No. Well, okay, then he's just videotaping. And that's going to become the normal.
I think the main concern here was that the report was that you were getting into people's faces to videotape.
I never went into anybody's face. There was a lady that come up into my face that brought me outside, and then
was it a worker or like a?
No, it was a worker.
Okay.
Like I never went up to anybody in public into their face at all. I was nowhere near anybody. I didn't even want to talk to anybody. I just wanted to go in and get my shots and back out. That's all I wanted.
Okay.
So she read the paper that you read, the lady that had me outside. So then I went back in. Another lady came out, told me her name, but she wouldn't tell me her position.
Okay.
And hi. Just look up Penn Canada or look up our rights. We're definitely 100% totally allowed. See, I don't even want to talk to her. Like I don't come here to talk to people, and I didn't get up in anyone's face. So that's a lie. They told you that.
So that's exactly what I was explaining.
Yeah.
That, like, you're gonna get that.
I know
because
this.
People, like I said, I wouldn't want to be filmed either because people I work with, we have undercover jobs.
Yeah.
Right? So you could be showing, like, say, someone's undercover.
Yeah.
And now you just kind of gave away who they are. They're in SAC, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but the normal public people, there's no expectation of privacy in public.
It's not necessarily.
And it's their feelings. It's feelings.
It's just common decency, right? Like common sense says
people
generally don't want to be filmed if there's no reason, right? Just coming into a building and film people.
Yeah.
People are gonna get pretty irate about it.
Yeah, but it
doesn't make sense.
But they don't if you're outside in public. It's mostly just government buildings. And this is education. This is why we do it. Like we don't do it to come in to cause any disturbances. We know we're going to run into people, and they're going to have feelings about it. They're going to feel awkward and everything.
From my perspective, and I think of everything, right?
Yeah.
So what if someone's in witness protection, and you just, and like you said, you're going to post this, and then
if you're
not thinking about,
if you're in witness protection, it don't matter. If you're in witness protection and you're out in the public, there's films everywhere. There's films here. There's films everywhere.
Can't access security, and typically those people are not going to be put in positions where they.
Well, if you're walking down the street, say if I'm walking down the street, I walk by McDonald's or somebody in that situation, right? And I'm walking down, I video them, I put it online. How am I supposed to know that person's in?
Exactly, but everyone has private lives, right?
Exactly. So
that's why they don't want to be filmed.
And these people that work in these buildings, they're all upset and all that about it.
I would be too, honestly.
But they should get a different job if they don't want to work in the public. And
it's not that they don't want to work in the public. It's just that some random guy comes in. They have no idea. You say you're educating them and you're filming, but are you casing the place, right? Are you? They have no idea.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
You know what I mean? So that's why they get a little nervous, because
Yeah.
are you going to come rob them later?
Well, that's
are you
why.
gonna
That's
do
why.
something to someone that works there?
This
You
is
never know.
This is why there's going to be so much more of this. Us auditors, there's thousands and thousands of us, and we're educating people every day, just like the library. I educated them the other day. I want to educate this building. I do buildings. I don't do people.
Yeah.
People come up to me. That's on them, not me.
You're gonna get people. That's
Oh
if
yeah,
you're filming a room,
definitely.
there's gonna be people in it.
That's part of it. If that's part of it. If they walk by, I don't film people on purpose. Like the guy in there, he turned around, and he started barking at me, saying, "Oh, don't film me, and I'm gonna see if you put me on video and on the network and everything like that." I didn't. He should have never said a word. I wouldn't even talk to him. Like there's people like that. This is why we're trying to teach people, so we don't have people like that when we walk into a building.
But why would you guys like? I'm just curious, because I truly don't understand why this is.
I know you guys.
I guess.
You guys don't understand, but
no, I don't.
Eventually you just will understand. I already told you. We're trying to educate government officials. There's so much corruption all through the government, not just police officers, everywhere. And we're educating the whole system is what we're doing.
But say you're investigating corruption here.
Yeah.
What on earth could these guys be doing that you're going to catch on film?
Well, they come up to me and say, "You can't do this, you can't do that." They apparently they don't know the law, and if they're going to work in a place like this, they should know the law.
Well, whether you know the law or not, they're not going to want someone filming.
Well,
but again, to them, like you said, if the point of this is for government officials and being corruption, then you filming them is not going to.
Actually, I was up to the. Something. How you doing?
Just one
second. Was you? I was up to your police department here in Lower Sackville.
Yes, I know.
And you walked in there, you took my plate, and then you run away. Like all you had to do was tell me your name. You was in such a hurry that day.
It wasn't me.
Oh, wasn't you? Oh, I'm sorry.
I
apologize. She looked just like you. I'm sorry.
Well, the thing is that's especially, for us, that's concerning. Because we do have incidences where people come. A lot of people, if they don't like the police, they make threats all the time.
How many people are going to come threaten the cops and have a video camera in their hand?
We've had people come to the detachments that have done something, right?
With video cameras and
video camera with weapons.
With weapons, this isn't a weapon. That's my point. This camera isn't a weapon. So most normal people will not go into a police office with a camera and guns and threaten you guys. They're not going to do that. We have a camera. We have no guns.
What people do.
Yeah, but you just said yourself that they walk in there with guns. No cameras, just a gun.
But the point is that we see you filming the place. When we see that, we think you're casing. We think you're going to do something, right?
Oh, I know.
So our hairs on our necks are raised.
I know.
As is these guys. They're probably assuming you're going to do something later.
But me walking in here, that does not trump my right that I cannot do that legally. I'm not doing anything illegal.
I'm not arguing that point at all.
Thank you.
My point is that these people don't want to be filmed. I don't blame them. I don't think this is necessary. But I went
in to take pictures of the wall and stuff like that. I wasn't engaging myself with anybody. And then that woman come out just freaking right out at me. And then the other woman, she told me her name, and then she wouldn't even talk to me. I said, she wanted me to leave. I said, I asked her a couple more questions. She wouldn't answer me. So I said, well, are the police coming? If the police are coming, I'll wait for them. If they're not coming, I'll go outside. Like I said, I'll come right outside. It's what she wanted me to leave. I said, I will leave. Just tell me if the cops are called or not. She wouldn't answer another question. So that's all she had to do. And then everybody else in there would have been very calm. If she said she called you guys, I would have come outside, waited for you. Because I don't want you to go looking for me because it's something like this. And she would not answer me. So I said, well, I'll just come outside. I'll wait a few minutes. If you guys want to come to my house, come see me at my house. But I can come back here and I can still go inside and film. Like I got other things to do today. Right now, I can go back in there and film with you. And there's nothing they can do about it. I can't help it if people feel uncomfortable.
If they do want to PPA you, they do have the right to do that. They don't necessarily. You don't have to do destruction or anything like that. If they don't want you on the property because they feel it's unsafe.
Could you say that again? Their property? This is government paid property that the tax people pay for, and it's the same as the police station. When I was in it the other day,
you can be PPA'd from a police station.
Yeah, I know, but the guy said this is private. I know for a fact the police stations aren't private. I know the law. And then he once said it was his place, like it's his own sanctuary. And I'm like, this is private. The government pay, or the people pay for this. The people pay your salary. They pay.
I pay more taxes than most people that complain about that.
Oh, I pay a lot of tax too. You have
So,
no
trust
idea.
me, I don't care about the who pays whose salary at this rate.
But like it's just an example of these private places. I wouldn't walk into a private place. I go to government buildings to film the building. That's all I do. And now that the library's done that, you guys have came here. Next time you get a call on me, you should just say, well, is he doing anything illegal? Is he causing disturbance? You won't have to come waste your time. You guys could be out there.
Well,
like
the hard part is that what we hear is happening is not always what actually happens, right? So
yeah, and that's why the camera don't lie.
Sure, but at the same time.
But even she lied to you, said I was going up in people's faces. That's a flat out lie. I got it on camera.
Well, I'm assuming what she saw is the confrontation of you and that man when he said he doesn't want
And
to be filmed.
he was sitting way down there. I was nowhere near his face. He's the one to turn around, like way down there, like probably, I don't know, 15, 20 feet away from me. I weren't in his face. Like she said, I'm up in people's faces. That's a flat out lie. That's another reason why I do this. So anyway, I just want to end my story. Do you guys got anything more to do today?
Yeah,
here?
actually, my partner's not done just yet.
Okay.
Once he's off the phone, we'll see what's happening here.
So I'm being detained?
You're not detained, no.
Okay. We'll see you later.
But if they do PPA you, then just know you can't come back here. You know there's a possible fine, okay?
For what? What's the fine for?
If you end up being PPA'd and then you come back to
Now you're starting to violate my rights.
No, no.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yeah.
That's why if you wait.
I'm going to get a fine if I come back to a public place and I'm allowed into.
I'm not saying you're PPA'd at this point. I said if.
If. So what's up, bud?
What's Okay.
Well, I ain't got all day. I'm leaving. If I'm not being detained, I'm leaving. Thank you. I just wish you guys would educate them. She'll tell you exactly what I said to her. I know there's people in there that are nervous because I got a camera. There's cameras all over this place. And I understand. I even told her if I was sitting in there, I'd kind of be nervous. Some guy come in. But I'm doing it for educational purposes. Like, she'll tell you all about it.
That's fine. I'll talk to her about it. It's all
okay.
Good.
Well,
Okay?
I'm done. You guys have a great day.
Take care.
Yep, you too. Wow. That was interesting.